Good morals and character. Are you a person with good morals and character? Because this can determine, it's not the only factor, but it can determine whether or not the application will be granted. In this video, we are going to lay out the foundations for you. My name is Bijoux Ngwanda. For those who do not know me, I'm an immigration lawyer based here in DC, but I do work with individuals across the country and around the world because we are dealing with US immigration laws and we're taking on complex US immigration cases. If you're new to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe. If you're not new, welcome back. Thank you for subscribing. And please don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. If you enjoy the content, please go ahead and share, like, and don't forget to comment below. And also don't forget to join us on our private Facebook group where we answer questions live, at least once a week or once every 2 weeks. Let's get right into the subject. Good morals and character. It can determine whether or not an application can be granted. Okay, so it comes a lot. I'm gonna cite 4 major applications where it's really crucial for you to have good moral and characters. N400, asylum application, cancellation of removal, 42A and 42B for non-permanent resident and permanent resident. Okay, green card application, the form I-485. N400, when they're talking about good moral and character, this is a recent case where we have a denial, then the client decides to actually hire us. We always ask that person, the person hire us before, but you know, people choose to do things that's their prerogatives, right? They want to do it themselves and then get messed up, then they want to hire us to fix the mistakes, right? So, but this is what's happening, okay? If you conceal facts that you should have told them, you decide to conceal facts, that can be construed as misrepresentation or misleading, right? You're trying to mislead the USCIS officer, or just you're trying to mislead immigration in general. So if you have children, for example, you are applying for a visitor visa and you happen to have children, right? You have to be able to put in your application that you have children. I don't know what's happening at the consulates. A lot of consulates really outside of the US. I don't know what they're advising people. I don't know where they're getting their advice from, but a lot of people, when they apply for, especially with DV lottery winners, right? They try not to tell the truth about whether or not they're married or whether or not they have children. They try to conceal those facts. They're not really presenting the facts. And when they come here, then they want to bring their children. Then they go through the naturalization prior to applying for I-130. Now the case is denied. Why? Misconcealing facts, and that it has been construed as lacking good morals and character. Pretty much you're a person they cannot trust. You lie a lot, and now we have to fix that. Try to explain to USCIS as far as we are concerned why those information were not disclosed prior to really at the time of applying for a visa, right? We have to go ahead and make an argument, and we have to appear for the hearing. It's not a joke, it's a big deal, especially when it comes to N400. Another instance when someone can lack good morals and character, if the person is like a drunk person, habitual drunk, like somebody who just get drunk all the time. So it has happened a lot. As a matter of fact, somebody here has been denied 3 times. Okay, the 3rd time, that's when we were able to really make a good argument, because the person was always under influence of alcohol, pretty much getting DUIs, right? So now at the time of applying for US citizenship, it was really difficult for that person to actually overcome that. While we had to put the person into rehab, really, and the person will not follow the proper procedures when it comes to rehabilitation center. Like, they have rules that you have to follow, and they will drop him out because he's not following the procedures. I'm like, dude, if you want this case to work, you really have to stick with that therapy, rehabilitation center. We have to be able to prove that you are getting help, you are going to get out of this situation, and therefore you are a person that they can trust with good morals and character. Until he got that, really, until he went through the process, to the program, that's when we were able to prove with a lot of evidence, and we were able to overcome that denial. So good morals and character, very important, especially with N400. Really, don't mess it up. Another instance when it comes is when we're talking about green card marriage, right? A lot of people, when they file their taxes, they're filing it separately, or they're putting children, declaring children that are not theirs. And once the immigration officer finds out about it, it becomes a problem. Misrepresentation, misleading, that's just pretty much lying on the oath, on the application, lacking good morals and character. And that one too, we have to overcome it, because the application will be denied once they find out, it's going to be denied. So the solution is this, right? If you are married, especially green card type of marriage, and trying to file for that green card, make sure that you apply. When you're filing taxes, it has to be together, jointly, right? When you're declaring children, they have to be your children. If they're not your children, you have to make sure that you put that they're not your children, but you're supporting them. That's why you had the right to put them on the tax return form, right? And you have to consult with an accountant as far as that is concerned. But don't do things that is going, the things that's gonna lead the officer to decide that this person lacks good morals and character. Even when it comes to cancellation of removal for non-permanent resident and permanent resident, 42B and 42A, and asylum, sometimes the judge, you don't really have a lot of argument, but because you're a person of good moral and character, they might just grant you withholding of removal. You know what I mean? Because of your character is good. Okay? So, in conclusion, good morals and character is a factor that can determine whether or not the application will be granted. Okay? Therefore, you have to be careful when you are filling out those applications. Really careful. Seek counsel if you don't know what you're doing. Please seek counsel. A qualifying attorney can help you out. If you don't have one, you can call us to 2751-2180. Email Bijoux.ngwandaesq@gmail.com. Until next time, bye-bye.